Uh, don't quite know where to start. There's a lot going on, and every time I look at this car, I find more things wrong with it. Here's your spoiler. This thing's clearly, very, very clearly been in a very, very, very bad accident. Wouldn't surprise me if it was totaled and just never wrote up as totaled. Damage on the molding and whatnot. Let's start in the engine bay here, starting with the battery. Battery terminals, it looks like someone's took flange nuts and welded them onto the battery terminals and then put self-tapping screws on either side, which does not work because it's not tightening down. Your passenger side strut's missing completely. Your mass airflow sensor has been broken and cleaned off. And instead of replacing it, it looks like they tried to jam the pins into the connector without securing them, and then use some JB weld to glue it to the connector. Inside the car, this airbag looks like it's been deployed and then glued back down, which doesn't surprise me because when we go to the A-pillar, airbag in there has deployed and has been just cut out instead of replaced. The same thing on the for the upper curtain airbag right here. If we go over to the passenger side, we see the exact same thing. Here's what's left of the passenger side A-pillar airbag. The one on the side curtain one is just completely absent, it looks like. Let's close these doors and get it up in the air real quick. I'm going to pause the video. Alright, continuing on, the clear bra that is applied in some spots has been painted over with what looks like non-automotive paint. Kind of odd. Underneath the vehicle, we can see that the ultrasonics here are missing. These are the park assist sensors. They are a safety feature, although so are the airbags. Here we have the underside where all the splash shields and under panels are missing. There has clearly been some significant damage on the underneath going on. You can see how some spots are just bent and deformed. That hose is not quite correct for this vehicle right there, but it's relatively minor compared to everything else. This appears to be some sort of large oil leak going on. A connector here being held together with a zip tie going to the power steering rack. It's could be problematic at some point, especially if it were to lose connection while driving. That is an electric power steering system. You can see the bumper is being held to the frame with just wire. A random connector just chilling there unplugged. And what appears to be a bunch of body grounds bundled together and, or sorry, not body grounds, appears to be a bunch of grounds bundled together and duct taped to the inside of a plastic bumper. AC line is kinked in multiple places. And it looks like somebody tried to pinch it off with a pair of vice grips so it wouldn't leak out or something like that, which is an odd choice. Lots and lots of overspray on the wiring and on the frame where they repainted over everything. The crash bar for the bumper is very, very badly deformed. Let me see if I can get a good... Yep. That's a safety concern right there. Look, I can keep going. There's so much wrong with this car that it'd be easier to point out the things that are right with it. And this is preliminary.